Daikon Island is the largest center for peony growing in Japan. From the heyday of the Tang Dynasty and the first arrival of the peony, the Japanese searched their country for the perfect peony environment. In the end, they found Daikon.
太平洋側を中心に雨が降り続き、局地的には非常に激しく降るでしょう。明日は東北でも本降りの雨となりそうです。明日の朝までに予想される。
This is the largest private peony farm on Daikon Island. Mr. Watabe is the owner of the farm and is worried about the prospect of a sudden heavy rain. Hiroyuki Watabe has been a flower grower for more than 20 years. He's not worried about the rain affecting the growth of his plants, but he does worry about their appearance. Today is the island's annual cut flower competition. It's the country's most important event for professional peony growers. Mr. Watabe is going to pick out his 10 best heads to present in the competition. Family honor is at stake. At 7 a.m., the growers start to arrive, one after the other, clutching their prize specimens. The contest begins in 2 hours. Would-be participants who arrive after 9 a.m. will be denied entrance. Mr. Watabe hasn't left his nursery yet. He's waiting for his greatest treasure, the Meili Snow Mountain, to reach the moment of its perfection. In Japan, peony flower heads rarely exceed 28 centimeters in diameter. The full crown of the Meili Snow Mountain is 34 centimeters. Mr. Watabe has been developing it for 10 years, but yesterday's heavy rain has threatened its debut. Family tradition dictates that it's only the head of the family who can be present at the contest. Watabe's father will witness the results on behalf of the family. The moment has come, and Watabe cut the head of the Meili Snow Mountain.
大根島ボタン祭り2013とスタートいたしました。
The long, anxious wait almost cost the Watabes right of entry. Daikon is a small island of just 6.5 square kilometers. It has a population of more than 3,000. Almost every household grows peonies. When the flowering season comes, thousands of peony lovers from all across Japan will gather here.
だいぶいいですね、やっぱり。ボタンはやっぱ大根。ボタンとそれから来る道中で気分転換になって、で花見て。島全体がこういう景色で見られる。もう全然違う。
Peonies are honored in Japan as the cherry blossom or the chrysanthemum. Many grower families pass on the tradition from generation to generation over hundreds of years. Generations of horticulturists have created the most beautiful peonies with a pure Japanese sensibility.
観光協会八塚町支部長門脇剛様より授与していただきます。品種名は新品種の梅里雪山です。
The Meili Snow Mountain wins the award for Best New Variety. It's the 4th time the Watabe family has won this award in the past 25 years. Since being brought back from China by their envoys during the Tang Dynasty, more than 300 new varieties of peony have been created in Japan. Over the intervening 1,200 years, these Japanese varieties have come to be distinguished as a group by their unique cultural aesthetic. Before their blooms fade, Watabe holds a special ceremony for his precious charges. He floats their cut heads on a wicker raft, the water to bear away their souls and express the family's gratitude for another year's bounty. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, a city is waking up. It's 5 a.m. in the morning in Aalsmeer in the Netherlands. People are already hard at work. Aalsmeer is the world's largest flower market. The market has an annual turnover of more than $1 billion. The flowers are sold to more than 100 countries. Only top quality plants can be entered for the Aalsmeer market. Every year, in mid-April, about 20 days are set aside for peony auctions. By 7 a.m., all the flowers have been brought into the auction hall. The flowers traded here are destined to reach their final destination, somewhere across the globe, by that same afternoon. The buyers tend not to distinguish between the classic Chinese tree peony, Mudan, and the Chinese herbaceous peony, of similar appearance, Xiao Yao. Every known variety of peony is auctioned here. Yet the market is still hungry for more blooms and more novelty in new varieties. The herbaceous peonies have their place in meeting this demand. Ambitions ride high in Yuzhong County in central Gansu province. 73-year-old Chen Dezhong is a horticultural engineer. Over the past 40 years, he has created more than 100 new peony varieties, but one thing still eludes him. For the last 8 years, he has been striving to breed a new variety based on the wild Yunnan yellow peony. But his attempts so far have only produced small blooms on plants with unstable characteristics. His dream is to cultivate a stable variety, which is pure yellow in color.
全世界的人都喜欢黄色，因为黄色代表着一个尊贵，所以我们这个牡丹节的原来有一句俗语啊，就是黄牡丹不黄，黑牡丹不黑，蓝牡丹不蓝，所以现在我们追求的就是要真正的、纯正的黄色。
The world's first yellow peony was the yellow crown, cultivated by the Japanese. Since then, other yellow peonies have been developed by the American and French growers. The junction between the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and the Loess Plateau is one of the birthplaces of Chinese peonies. Every year in flowering season, Chen Dezhong and his assistants collect the purple spot peonies abundant in his hometown. It's the most widely distributed variety in China. It also has very active genes, which makes it ideal for hybrid development. Most of the yellow peonies around the world are hybrids of the purple spot and the Yunnan yellow varieties. Chen Dezhong hopes to find his own direction.
以前我们中国这个黄牡丹只有摇黄比较黄，但还不是真正的黄。但是从这个我看到这个大花黄牡丹以后啊，就想把它们的基因和紫斑牡丹的基因结合起来，培育出一个真正的带有中国特色的黄牡丹，这才是我们自己的这个知识产权，也是代表我们自己的一个品种。
The Tibetan peony is the rarest wild peony species in the world. It only grows in parts of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau that are 2,500 meters above sea level. Chen Dejong is fascinated by it. Carrying with him the purple spot pollen he collected in his hometown, Chen Dejong sets out for Tibet. It's a journey of more than 1,000 kilometers. The air on the plateau is thin. Here where the peonies grow closest to the heavens lies the hope for one man's vision of paradise.
一定要向高海拔去找，哪怕是再吃多少苦都要去找，找到更好，找不到，我也努力了，也没有遗憾。不然的话，我再不去，以后实在身体不行了，就产生遗憾，死不瞑目。
At 2,000 meters above sea level, Ne Yingqi is the birthplace of the Tibet peony. The flowering season arrives here 1 month later than the warmer central plains. This is a festival named for the Tibet peony. The celebration rests on the great good fortune of the locals. For it's only here, on the entire planet, that wild Tibet peonies grow along the 60-kilometer strip of their valley. On the other side of the valley lies the largest temple of the Red Hat sect of Tibetan Buddhism. Every day, religious believers from all over Tibet come to pay their respects. Watering the flowers is a daily chore. In the many years since 2 Tibet peonies were planted in front of the temple, nobody knows how many lamas have cultivated their souls in harmony with the flowers. Gasung has come here from Lhasa. He hopes to create new Tungka paintings based on the Tibetan peony. Tungka is a kind of scroll painting used in Tibetan Buddhism as an aid to meditation. Tungka paintings often feature flowers like the lotus or the peony. Their forms also decorate the edges of the scrolls, sometimes appearing hundreds of times, large and small.
这个牡丹花的名字在藏语中，我们把它叫做邦边梅朵，就是吉祥如意的花朵。每次画牡丹，我心里也有一种圣洁的感觉。
The temple has the most devout practitioners and the most exquisite Tungka paintings. Peonies can be seen in many different forms, in gardens, in buildings, and on murals. Their bright yellow color flows ceaselessly through the ages,